I saw someone post this question once. Why do I find styles that I really love, but then when I try and apply them to my own branding, it just doesn't work? It just doesn't look like the way other people are doing it. When I see it on their website, it looks amazing. And then I try to do it for myself and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't look good. It ends up not feeling quite right and I end up just not liking it. Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss that question. I'm Tabitha Emma and I'm a brand design educator, and I help creators go from vision to visual so that they can create a compelling brand that attracts, connects and converts. And today we're going to discuss why it is that when you see a brand and a style that you really love and you try and incorporate it into your own branding, it just isn't working out. So there's two reasons why this could be happening. So say you come across a website and you absolutely love their style, it's so beautiful, it feels like something that would really work for your own branding, you just fall in love with it, and so you start studying it and you look at what fonts they're using, what colors they're using, and you don't go and completely rip it off. You take some inspiration from a few different places that have this style and you try and create your own version of it. Maybe you use the same fonts as them, but you're just trying to create something inspired by that particular style. But then you start to not like it. It just doesn't feel quite right. And you think, when they used that style, it looked amazing, it looked stunning, and I was so impressed by it. But now using that style for myself, it's just not feeling right, and I'm starting to not like it so much anymore. One of the reasons this could be happening is because you're not applying it correctly. So when it comes to creating a brand identity, it's not just about picking out a font, picking out some colors, and picking a particular style and just applying it to your brand. You have to actually understand how these things work. How color theory works to make sure that you're balancing the colors correctly. How to use type hierarchy so that the type actually works right and looks good. Just simply using the tools, the actual fonts, the actual colors, the actual, style elements is one thing, but knowing how to apply it properly in design is a different area completely. And if you don't know how to do that, it can end up just not working. You might have all the parts, but you just don't know how to put it together. And so that style ends up looking wrong. So when it comes to understanding your branding, it's about more than just knowing how to pick things, but also knowing how to actually apply them, put them together and create a particular look. Now, the other reason it might not be working, and this is probably the more likely reason why it isn't working, is because the meaning behind that branding worked for that particular brand and it really resonated with what that brand was all about. But it doesn't actually work for your brand. You haven't thought about what that style actually was communicating and what it was saying, and the whole brand picture, things like the brand's voice, the brand's values, the attitude of the brand, everything about it that made that style work. You tried to somehow make it work on yours, but there was this disconnect because your brand is about something else and you're doing different things, and you as a person is different and what your business offers is different and your audience is different, and so you're trying to use someone else's communication to communicate something else, and it just ends up feeling very disconnected and it doesn't make sense. It's like if we applied the McDonald's colors and put it on a Coke bottle, it's going to seem weird. It's not going to make sense anymore because those colors and those things were for that brand for a reason, and trying to apply them to something else, while it looked good on that particular brand, when you transfer it to another brand, isn't going to make as much sense, and it's just not going to work as well. So when it comes to getting your branding right, don't start with the style. Don't start looking for particular styles you like, start collecting all this inspiration and trying to imitate all the styles that you love and put it in together to make this beautiful style for yourself. You need to start with those brand foundations, getting clear about what your brand is communicating, what your brand is all about, so that then you can create a style that reflects those things rather than trying to make a style fit what your brand is. If you're going about your branding in reverse and trying to make a style fit something that you've already got, it's just not going to work, and that's why it doesn't feel right. Now, next week I have a very exciting workshop coming up that I would love to invite you to, because this is going to help you with this, going to help you work out what it is that you need to be doing so that you can create a style that's really going to work for you. Now, this workshop is called the 4-Step Process to Create a Brand That Captivates Your Dream Audience and Fills You with Confidence. And I think this is going to really help you a lot. So you'll find the link to sign up to this workshop down in the description below. I'd love for you to join, because I think it's going to help you so much with your branding. I really think it's going to help you so much with your branding, so you get so much more confidence and clarity, and you're going to create a brand style that you feel really proud of and is actually going to be effective, and is not something that you're going to be like, why is this not working? Instead, you're going to be feeling like, this is perfect, this is so me, this is so on brand. Absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see you in the workshop next week.